Hello, everybody. Welcome. Today, I believe, is our 7th meeting together in this first section of the Young Family 103 Forum. And I hope by the end of today, you'll feel like you're really making progress. We are at a point now where we're able to add moves little by little. These moves, rollback, and then today's press, and next week is push, will allow us to develop more skills, but also allow us a lot of practice on the rest of the bird's tail, which is really exciting. So we did rollback last time, and this time we're going to do press. And we did some work last time with sort of swinging our arms. Remember that? Swinging our arms. And by turning our torso or turning our whole body. We'll be doing some more of that today. Getting kind of a new feel for that, about how you can power your arms with those turns. I hope to give you all just a little bit better feel for that today. But the first thing I want us to do is just warm up doing what we know. And when you're doing that, if you can notice those areas that are, where you have a question, and I realize the questions come and the questions go. So if you want to be unmuted, if you're in a quiet space, feel free to do that, and feel free to shout out, this is the place where I always lose my balance, or this is the I have a question here, and I'll try to remember, and maybe somebody else will too. Anyway, it'll help us do that, because we're going to take questions right after we warm up. So get you all centered on the screen here so I can see you. Today we're also going to do one other thing that's a little new for us. Hey, Maria and Ronald, welcome, and Nina. What we're going to do today is we will do some mirroring, but I'm going to spend a lot of time not mirroring, when I can actually see you and give you feedback. So this is going to challenge your brains a little bit more, but it's also going to develop yet another skill. You need to be able to switch back from when you're using both sides of your body or either side to when you're really only using one side. And eventually you have to be able to see people doing it the opposite way that you are. So you may have more weirdness today, but this will always be my right arm when you see it on. So let's get started by going ahead and warming ourselves up with the first part of section 1. And of course, the very first part is prepare. So let's spend a moment and prepare, feeling very grounded. Your weight is on the your entire feet, all of your foot, as much as your body will allow that. And it's centered between your feet, so you can play with that a little bit. You're grounded, rooted in your lower body, and your upper body feels extended and light. So go ahead, get that feeling. As you're thinking about extending up, your head rising up, that fishbowl on the top, you want your body to be suspended, just hanging on your shoulders. Your arms hanging down, little weights on the ends of your fingers. And now check in with that lower back. Remember, we're always thinking about the possibility that, oh, we could sit down at any minute, so those knees are soft. And even though we're not sitting down, we could any moment, and we find loosen that lower back. This is prepare, extended, suspended, rooted. Opening. Feel that stretch across our shoulder blades, our arms lifting, levering up after they rotate, all the way to shoulder height. Then the upper arms, elbows, forearms, hands, a little wave, pushing then a ball into the water. Feel the push. Stop when you can't push anymore. Left ward off, shifting just a little left. We're going to turn out on that right heel, sink right, press that button, close, step, rooting, moving forward, turning to the corner, raising that big macaw to the back of the room. You're looking at the back of the room. Your fingertips are pointing towards the back of the room, that left arm. Right ward off, bend that right knee, turn to the right, so your feet are now parallel. Push with the right foot, all your weight on that left foot, and you grab, pull with that left arm. Close your arms and step with your right foot. Push with the left, bend that right knee as you raise a small bird in front of you for right ward off. Roll back. Both arms go to the right as we turn our upper body only to the right, pushing out with that right arm, and our left arm pointing to the middle of the right forearm. Pushing with our right foot, coming back, bending our left knee, we turn 90 degrees all the way to the corner. Our arms don't change. Let's do that again from this perspective. This is where we would actually be doing it, facing 12 o'clock. Prepare. Suspended, extended, rooted. Those knees are not locked. Almost sitting, thinking about it. Centered, centered in mind and body. Opening, arms rotating, floating up to shoulder height, pushing a ball down until you won't be able to push anymore. Shift left, turn out right, all your weight to the right, sink, push a button, close, step, big macaw on that bottom arm, pet its tail, and look to 3 o'clock. Right ward off, moving to the right, turning to the right, all the weight to the left, grab, pull with that upper left arm, all your weight's on the left, so bring that foot in and then out, close, step, small bird on your arm this time, right out in front of you, chest a little bit to the corner, looking straight ahead. Roll back. Queen's wave as you turn to the corner. You're now looking away from me. I know that's hard. You would look out over that right hand, but you could look over your shoulder and just give a little check. If you want to look over that left shoulder. Then your arms are going to just stay in that position as you shift your weight back and you swing all the way to the other corner. Look down, make sure your left knee is in line with your toe, because that's your weighted foot. Ooh, I saw some folks in some really cool positions there. Wonderful. All right, so questions about that? Sticky spots? things you'd like to ask about? All right, let's do it again, twice more. And as we do it again, I'm first gonna concentrate on our balance this first time, like where are we stepping? Where are we shifting back? And on the second time, I'm gonna concentrate on our arms. And then we're gonna do and we're gonna really look at rollback again. Does that work for you? Or is there something else I should throw in? That's good? Okay, let's work on our balance again. We're gonna do it a little quicker, but we'll call it out. So let's ground ourselves, prepare, extended, suspended, rooted, spirit elevated. Opening, arms rotating, lifting, coming to shoulder height. They wave down, pushing that ball into the water. You're standing tall. Now we're going to shift our weight just enough to be able to pivot on that right heel, and we're turning out, then we're turning back to press a button. All your weight's on the right side. Is it there? Are you ready? Are you balanced? Can you close step, root with that left foot, and turn to the corner as your weight is now almost equally divided between your two legs. A little more on your left. Little bit more weight on that right foot bends, right leg bends. Turn, pivoting on that left heel, and push with that ball of your foot all the way over to your left foot. You could stand here, close, step. Now you're bringing up that small bird and petting its tail and bending that right knee. Your left leg is straight. Check that knee on your right leg is in line with your toes, but you can still see the ends of your toes. Roll back. We're just going to turn our upper body and do this queen's wave, sort of push out to the side. The other arm rotated. We could look down and read what's written on our palm. Pushing with the right foot, we're going to bend the left knee in the direction of that we're going towards, of the toes of our left foot as we swing our whole body to that corner. Let's see. I'm going to do it here again. Prepare. What are your words? Rooted, rising up, extended, suspended, opening, arms coming up and down, pushing that ball down until you reach where you wouldn't be able to push anymore. Shifting our weight to the left, turning out to the right. That right arm, as you turn back, presses a button. The left arm is in that ward-off butterfly position. We close our arms by switching sides, and then that big macaw on the lower arm. Our gaze to the side. Shifting a little to the right, turning till our feet are parallel, turning back, grabbing with that left hand. Look at this. Again, it's like we're pushing a button on our left side now, and our right hand our right hand is in that ward off position. Close step, coming forward. Small bird. Roll back. Now, your upper thumb is going to come towards you. Your lower thumb is going to come up, sort of towards your face a little bit to get the rotations right. You're going to swing, rotate. So let's swing, rotate. Then we sort of lock our arms where they are as we swing our whole upper body as we shift back. Our fingertips feel like they are pointing out towards the corner, and our chest is maybe even past the corner a little bit. But oh, that front foot, it's straight. It's pretty straight, that front leg. And the left knee is over the left toe and bent. How we doing? I got one thumbs up. I got some maybes. All right, so what I want to do now is I want to work on the last two moves that we've done. I want to work on, and I'm not going to use mirroring for this part, okay? It's going to be a little different, and we're only going to do the second half of right ward off, because otherwise it's going to be a little confusing. But we're going to do right ward off and then roll back, which was last week's move. It's going to allow me to help you get in the right position, because if you're not in the right position before you start right ward off, I mean roll back, it's very hard to to do roll back right either. So here's what we're going to do. I want you to notice that we're not mirrored, right? And I want you to just stand facing me. And now I want you to shift to your right, don't watch, and turn out your left foot for the moment. And then come stand on your left foot. Your left foot, right? It's going to look a little different, right? It's going to look a little different. And now I want you to put one hand up like it just grabbed, like it pushed a button, and the other hand down, and just bring this other foot in, because that's kind of what happens, right? Your foot comes in before it goes out, and you get into this position. So your left hand is up, and your right hand is in this beautiful butterfly position, okay? Now, your left knee's a little bent, it's not completely straight, and now you're probably getting tired, right? So we're gonna shift, which is the close, shift sides and step out for that bow step, and then root. Now on your lower arm, I want you to put a bird, a small bird this time. And you're gonna open to your corner, so your left front corner. It's gonna be different from mine, your left front corner. And you're gonna push with your back foot and bring that bird up. Nice. Now, I want to point some things out to you that you can see, but remember, I'm looking like I'm kind of going the other way, right? But it's okay. This elbow is over my knee. Is yours? Okay, I see a couple people go, wow, yeah, it's over my knee. Great. Okay, this arm, this palm, could come back like this and swat yourself if you wanted in the shoulder, okay? Now, if it's somewhere over here, it's because you're not to the corner. Your whole body here is pretty much not quite, your upper body's not quite to the corner. Your lower body is kind of open to the corner, and your upper body is open somewhat to the corner. You got that? Okay, so let's go back and do that again. So your left foot, you're standing on it, and you're thinking about the corner, right? You're standing on it, and you're going to put all your weights on it, so you could pick the other foot up if you want. And you've just pulled, kind of looks like that push a button we did before. And this arm, is it just here somewhere? No, it has moved from this position to this position. Nice, lovely. All right. So from here, we're standing on that left foot. We're going to close and step. And then put a small bird like a sparrow or a robin on your bottom arm and just bring it up right in front so I can see it on the screen. Like that. Lovely. Now, let's talk about where this left hand is. Your fingertips, are they pointing towards the center forearm? Aha, I see some nods. Yeah, it is. Are they the end of your fingertips, maybe a fist distance away, maybe 2 inches away, something like that? That's where they should be. It's a small bird and you've still got the tip of its tail. You're holding it down so it can't take off. All right, let's do that one more time. Over here, this is right ward off. We're here and there's this moment when we've come over and we're bringing, our arm was here. We bring our arm in to here and then we close step. Right? So the left hand is up and the right hand is under. And then turn to the corner and bring your right arm up and your left arm is holding the tail. Now, remember what I told you? Remember, this right hand is opposite your shoulder and you're opposite your knee. And if your upper body isn't turned quite right, that will be a little harder, but this should feel pretty comfortable to you. So how is it? It looks pretty good.
Okay, right at that moment when you say turn to the corner, do you mean our hips or our upper body?
In this case, it's both, but they're not quite the same angle. Mm-hmm. So by that, like we've got one, and whenever we're in a bow step, our hips are pretty much to the corner. And our upper body, this is a very good question, Rima. Our upper body can be most anywhere, especially if we're gorillaed, if we're loose in our lower back, our upper body can move around. So it's a good question. Where is everything? In this particular case, we're not completely lined up. You see my line right here? We're not completely lined up here because if I did that, my shelf wouldn't quite be in the front, right? Wouldn't quite, this shelf that the bird is on wouldn't quite be in the front. But I'm still not straight. I'm still not straight. Do you see that? Look, this is straight. I'm still not straight. So very good question. Any other questions? All right, let's go on then from there. Well, let's get into it one last time, and you can sort of practice that bow stepping and making sure your hips are to the corner. So where do we start? We start on our left foot. We've got a hand that's just pulled. Another hand, this foot's come in. We're right here. We're centered. We close and step. Now, as we go heel, ball, toe, this arm rises and you bend your knee and you kind of finish that turn. And your elbow is below your hand. So it should be coming down a little. Do you see how mine comes down a little bit? Yeah, that's nice. Nice job. Okay, so what happens here? Your thumbs are going to go towards your face, both of them. So get a feel for how things are turning. Don't watch my hands. Look at your own thumbs. realize your left hand's going to turn palm up. Just look at that. Your left hand's going to turn palm up, and your right hand is going to turn palm out, but your thumb side is always going to come towards you. You got that? Okay, so we're going to turn to the right. Our upper body only, everything else is the same. Upper body turns, and we do this rotation. It's a swing and rotate. Our arms just go with us, and they rotate as we turn. Nice. And now you're pushing out towards the corner. It looks a little different than mine. And your upper body should be square to the front of the room, or to the screen, or whatever, you know, to what the direction you were starting in. All right, and then what do? Imagine you're just holding something here, like you're holding something between your arms somehow, and you're going to push and start to come back. At the same time, you're going to turn yourself to the corner, but your arms stay in exactly the same position, as if you were holding. Sometimes I tell people, imagine you're holding onto a log. Now that would make your hands kind of do this, but just imagine you're holding on to something. Let's try it again. From here, we'll get into this position. It'll be great to practice. Here we go. Left hand up, left foot standing. We've come in, close, step into that right bow step, push with the left, bring that bird up. Nice, nice, looking really nice. Okay, now we're going to rotate our arms as we turn to the right, pushing out. And you're still about a fist distance away. Now I want you to keep that fist distance away. I want you to keep everything the way it is, and just swing your whole body to the corner as you come back. Yes, nice swinging. Beautiful. All right, and one more time, because that's rollback, right?
Can I interrupt again?
Yes, please.
When, what I guess you're saying, swing back, but keeping the same position. Every time I do that, I find that my knee is not aligned with my left toe. And it was over here, but somehow.
All right, so let's look at that. Let's everybody look at that. That's a good thing to look at. Actually, I'm going to do it in this direction, but if you folks can continue to, then you can kind of, no, I'm going to do it in this direction still. All right, so we're going to be here, just like we've been. We're going to close step, and we're going to come up. That's the right ward off, right? And then we just turned. We didn't move our feet at all. Now, drop your hands, and let's see if we can just go back, right? So what you want to do is think about this left foot, and you're gonna come back. Extend this one so that it's now not bent anymore, your right one, and your left one is going to be over your toe. Now, which way is it? Is it in here, or is it out the other way? Where is your knee? Where does your knee want to go, Rima? Or was it okay that time?
Out too far. I think what I was doing is turning.
Turning too far.
You're only turning your upper body.
Well, you are, yes, you're only turning your upper body, but your lower body was already open to the corner. So you really are just coming forward and back.
Okay.
Forward and back.
I turned my head.
Okay, yeah, thank you. That's good feedback for me. So get on a surfboard right now. Bend both knees, and then push with the back one and straighten it, and just let the front one bend more. Okay, Now, I want you to go back to the surfboard position. Can you do that? Feel that surfboard, that's the center. Now, straighten the front one and make sure you keep that knee where it is. That is what you're doing. And yes, you are going from having your upper body pretty much here to your upper body here. And that's really the change. But it's a big swing because your arm is way out. And once you come back, you'll actually have a little more room, so you'll be able to turn your upper body a little more. Shall we try it again, coordinating it? So left foot here. You might as well get into it from right ward off. So left foot to your corner, to your front left corner, pushing a button or pulling, grabbing here. Nice ward off arm here. We're gonna close step and then come forward. Your hips are to the corner and that's where they're gonna stay. That's nice, this is better. So your right arm is the one in front. I realize this is particularly challenging for some of you, even if you already know it, doing this. Then we're gonna turn to our right. Turn to our right, your hands rotate, you push out. Then we're going to just shift back. We're gonna turn our upper body to the left and keep turning it as we go on back to our surfboard and then bend that left knee. Let's all check our left knees, but they haven't gone too far. We good? Okay, wonderful. All right, well, the next one starts from there. And there's one more thing I want you to get a feel for before we do it. So I'm going to take this off because we can do this with both hands. So pick an arm, any arm. Eventually, you're going to do it with your right arm. So I'm going to do it with my left arm right now, and I'll mirror you, but we can do it with both arms. I want you to imagine you have like a ball on kind of a string, maybe a really short, maybe it's a balloon. Ah, that's what it is. There's water here, and it's kind of like a balloon or a ball, and it's floating on the water. You got that? You feel that on the end of your string? Now, I don't want to see any wrist action. Nope. I want to see you swing that ball. Let's swing that ball. Yeah, swing, 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 swing. Yeah, nice. Okay. Now, I want you to, can you swing it in a circle by, watch me for a minute, swinging your body and then turning your body back and kind of letting your elbow bend a little and giving it a little pull right here. Could you see if you can imagine that? So you got your ball out there on the top of the water. You're going to go swing and swing back. Right? Can you feel that? Yeah. This is kind of what we're going to do in this move. You see that my upper body is going to turn and turn back. It's not going to quite turn all the way to straight, but it's going to turn back a lot. Let's try again. So you folks are all using your right hand. That's the hand I want you to use, right? And you've got that thing, that little ball on the end, and it's got to follow you. So you're going to swing your torso and swing back. Now, you could do this with your arm, right? No, I want your whole arm to follow your torso moving. Okay, so so don't cheat here. I want you to do it from here, from your shoulders, from your spine, okay? So swing and swing back. Yeah. Swing, swing back. Nice. swing, swing back. All right, so that's basically what's happening with your right arm in this. So let's put our arm out like this, okay? Your right arm, right? And we're gonna swing. That's that rollback, right? But let it continue now as if you didn't stop. And swing back. And it's gonna end up, so you could look down and kind of, again, read your notes in front of you, okay? Let's try this again. Pushing out. Turn it here, don't cheat and just do this, right? I want you to swing it. I want you to feel it swing. Swing, swing back. Oh, that's much better. One more time. Swing, swing back. Right. And then the next thing that happens here, and again, we're still mirroring, this hand is going to end up here, and you're going to push out. You're going to push with that hand. So I'm going to show you this move in a sec. It's interesting because the move is called press, and I want to explain press to you, but does have this push here. But this is not where the real power of the move comes from. This is support, this push that you do here. What's really happening is press for folks in China, and I'm not going to be able, does anyone here speak Mandarin? Okay, so Nina, if you could correct me if I get this wrong. I'm not sure at all how to pronounce it, but there's something like that. Okay, good. Hey. So it's this concept of press, and the way I've heard it explained is that if you're in the subway station and there you are together and you're in the subway car, then, and I've been told in Beijing, and they would have subways, that people are really close to you. You might need a little extra space, so you just kind of, you kind of take a little more room because you're getting a little crunched. You can just sort of negotiate for your room. So this kind of expansion out, where your body expands out, this is what what Lu is, what this press is. You could also think about it. We talked about our body shape, and we talked about the fact that we were a little bit like a charged balloon. And if somebody pushed on us, we'd kind of push back gently. We'd connect and we'd push back. So that pushback, that's kind of a word off feel, but that's also in the all directions. That's kind of this press feel. So what happens in this move, I'm going to show it to you going this way. We've been here and we've gone into rollback. And then the circle continues. And it continues because we turn back, we whip our arm around. I'm going to explain this hand in a minute. This hand comes in, and then we push with our back foot and come forward and power this expansion forward and up. I'm going to show it to you from this side so you can see it. So we were here. We're doing this right? Here. We did roll back. Now, just for a moment, let's not stop at roll back, and you'll see the swing back. You see that? And then coming forward. Now, we actually stop at the end of roll back, but we roll back, and then that circle continues. And it's powered by the turn of our torso. So you've got this feel That's what actually happens in the move. And it doesn't happen like this by just sort of your fun movements of your arm. It happens because your whole upper body and eventually your feet are helping to push you forward. Okay? All right, so what's happening with the other arm? So put your right arms up again. I'm going to see if I can mirror you. Right, thank you. And we're going to go kind of rollback-esque, right? So you're going to go, oh, sorry, yeah. Let's face this way. Let's face this way. Everybody, this is how's this going to work? Yeah, let's everybody face this way. Now my right arm is your right arm. That's going to help. And then I think I can explain this. See if I can get this on a little bit anyway. Okay, so here's I'm going to get this like this. Okay, so we're like this and we go for that roll back. I realize you're looking the wrong way, but you've done it several times. Oh, nice job. All right, and then you turn your upper body to do that roll back, right? Then this left hand, you could kind of look down and read your notes right now, right? You could like say, oh, it's written all over the palm of my hand. I want that thumb, again, to turn towards you, just like it did before, so that you can go sort of palm out. And what you're going to do is you're going to turn your upper body a little more to keep powering a little more to the left, and then come back almost towards square, but almost square. And as you do, this hand rotates. I don't know how to, till it's like this. Okay, so it's sort of diagonally. I don't know how to show that. It's diagonally across here. It could grab your arm, but it doesn't. It doesn't, because the whole point is to put the palm of your hand and use that to push. Nice, you look like you're in the right position. So let's do that. Let's do that again. We'll do that actually from rollback in this position. So we're all in this, going the same direction. Put your shelf up here with your right hand. It should be, you know, your elbow over your knee. And this is before rollback. This is right ward off. All right, good. Okay, now get this other hand, get that left hand so that it's petting the end of the bird's tail. Yeah, thank you. Good job. Good job. Now, remember, our thumbs are going to come towards us. Upper hand, palm out. Lower hand, palm up. Ready? We're going to turn our upper body only towards the right corner. You're now looking away from me. Looks good. Now, freeze your arms and shift back. And when you do, turn your upper body to the other corner as you straighten that right leg. That's rollback. Now from rollback, you're going to finish that turn, that circle. So we're going to, again, the left hand is going to, the thumb kind of palm is going to turn out. So the thumb's going to come towards you. And just like we practiced, that elbow is going to bend a little on that right hand as you turn back. You're not going to come completely to square. And look, we are so close to ourselves that it's sort of a violation of our body shape. So we're going to push with our back foot and extend with our, and bend our front knee, coming forward as we push forward. So we're actually pushing on this arm. Let's try it from this side just to see. Okay, so we want to be in a right bow stance. We could do this again. Could stand here to get to the right ward off. Gonna grab or push a button with our left hand, ward off arm. We're going to close, step, and come up. Nice, nice job. Okay, I realize you're looking over your right arm, but you've to watch me. But now we're going to turn in that direction where it's easier to watch me. This will allow me to watch you. And we're going to do rollback. So push with your front leg and move your weight back through the surfboard and turn your upper body away from the screen. Nice. Okay, now your right arm's going to continue the circle around just like you were pulling it around by turning your chest back. And as you do, rotate your other arm so they're right in front of you, ready to push out. Left hand pushing on your right middle forearm at an angle, the palm of your left hand. Now, your left knee is bent. We're going to straighten the left knee and bend the right knee. And as we move forward, we're going to push out. And when we do, that left hand is going to stay, that right palm, sorry, is going to stay opposite our left shoulder. And that right elbow is going to be above our right knee. All right, it's looking pretty good. Which angle is best? That one or the one I did before? The problem is you're reversed for me. I think it's this. You tell me, is this one better for you? This one's better for you. Okay.
Yes, all of them.
All of them. Okay. Well, we're going to do all of them in a minute. Let's get back here so we can practice them all together. So here we are on our left foot. Left foot is to the corner. Left foot is kind of the corner away from your screen. You can think of pushing a button, but you've actually done that beautiful grab pull. Right arm is in the ward off shape. We have a good body shape. All our weight's on the left foot. We close our arms and step. We push with the back foot and come forward, raising that small bird and petting its tail. The left leg is now straight. Roll back. Arms rotate as our upper body only swings, and we end up pushing out with that right arm towards the corner, and the left fingers point to the right middle forearm. Now we're going to freeze those arms, and just as a whole unit, we're going to turn our upper body towards the other corner as we shift back. Nice. Now, we want to continue that circle we did earlier with that right arm. So we're going to turn our upper body back to the right a little bit. And as we do, that right arm circles in and the left arm rotates in order to get into the position way too close to us. So we're like a compressed balloon. So what do? We decompress, we press out as we push with our back foot, straighten our back leg, and bend our front knee. Oh, hand positions look great. Can't see your feet. Are there questions about that? So it all needs a lot of practice, right? I'm not getting a lot of questions, but I'm sure there are some. I'm very grateful, actually. Rima has been asking some great questions and helping to clarify things. Don't you think so, for everybody? It's been really useful. Yeah, Jane gave a thumbs up for that. So if you have questions too. And I know for some of you, it's very challenging when I face you and I don't mirror. So we'll do some of both when we do that. All right, so what I really want to do right now is is I want us to practice together and practice all of these moves together, all of them that we've done so far. Now we're going to go into it in more detail next time, but what I am going to do right now is I'm going to add the last move in, just so you can get a feel for it. Now, before I do, I want you to watch it all again, and I'm going to do it from the front. So don't do it, because again, your left and right may be strange, but I'm going to kind of, or I'm going to show you by coming to the front so you can see these moves, so you can get a feel for what those moves are like. But then you're going to be able to watch it better when we do it in the other directions. Okay. So actually I'm going to start here. So I'll end up turning in front. So I'm not going to take as long, but this is opening. This is something you pretty much know by now, right? And then left ward off, that's the one with the big macaw. We're shifting left, then we sink, go over to the right foot, and here's that push a button, and then close, step, big macaw, big turn, then right ward off. We come like this, and now this is going to look like what we did earlier, right? We grabbed pull, and then the foot came in. Look at this position. Then we close, step, and move forward for right ward off. Here is roll back. Swing, rotate, and then all the way to the other side without moving your arms. And then here is press. You see me turning back? And now I expand forward, shifting forward. And then the final move, I'm going to turn my upper body a little more, and my arms are just going to come out. I'm going to think about grabbing someone, but not move my arms. Come in as, what am I doing? Shifting back. You probably can't see that right now, but my weight is back. Then I'm going to push up the diagonal. We're going to learn this next time. We're going to talk more about shifting and how we can keep our knees safe and everything else. Okay, so we've got a lot to do next time, but let's practice them all together. You're not expected to know the last one. I just wanted to show it to you. Prepare. Opening. I think you know this one. Our arms floating up. Pushing that ball down. Still feeling very extended and centered. We shift left a little bit, turn out right, pivoting on that right heel, all our weight to the right. Sinking, here we are. Close, step, big macaw as we turn. Right ward off, shift a little right, turn to the right, turn back all of our weight on that left foot. We were here. Close, step, little bird on that bottom arm comes up. You guys look great on that. What are we doing now? Swing, rotate, just the upper body. Pushing out with that right arm towards the corner. You could look down and read your notes. And then shifting back, upper body to the other corner. And then the circle continues as you turn your upper body almost back to square, and then expand forward, supporting that expansion with your moving your weight forward and pushing with your left palm. Then your right, then your chest comes square to 12 o'clock here. And now we're going to come back. Our arms come as if they're coming sort of over a garage door and then up, pushing up the diagonal to shoulder height. Let's do it one more time. Prepare. Opening. Those arms are floating up. And pressing down till you reach the bottom. Shifting left, turning out right, arms swinging, swing back, press a button as you sink. All the weights on the right side, close, step, root, heel, ball, toe, bend knee with the left foot as you turn. Shifting a little to the right, pivoting on that heel to the right, turning back all your weight on that whole left foot. Here we are, close, step. We practiced this a lot today. Arm rising, heading a small bird. Roll back, you'll be looking away from me probably when you do this. Push out to that front right corner, your front right corner now. And then swing back as you come back. You're all the way at the corner. Press. The circle continues. It's powered by the turning of your body, almost square, and you press out. And next week, we turn our upper body square to 3 o'clock, our arms open at shoulder height. We shift back. Maybe we're pulling somebody back. Our arms are a little closer than we're comfortable with, and then up the diagonal as we push forward. That's the whole grasp the bird's tail sequence. So there you go. You're almost there. And next week, we'll work a little more on the shifting, because the shifting we haven't spent a lot of time yet. We'll work a lot about that for push, and try to solidify all of this. When you're practicing this week, I mean, my goal is that you're going to have grasp the bird's tail in a few weeks, right? You're going to be able to practice it at home. And there's no reason why you can't do what we're doing. Practice it around in circles, you know? Just keep practicing it. Maybe the only Tai Chi you know, but you can keep practicing it. All right, let's do one more thing together. We haven't done this in a while. Get into that sort of prepare feeling with a little bit of a gorilla feel here. Can we drag our fingers through the sand together? Good work today. Just feel that sand. Grab up some of that nice sand, cool or hot or wet, whichever you want, and then let it go through your fingers. If you don't like sand, do snow or marbles or whatever you like. Nice. If you don't want to go up on your toes, that's okay too. Just enjoy expanding out and having a moment of maybe tightness and then letting it all go. And one more time. Thank you. Great work.